Have you been thinking about moving up, but not sure which town is best for you? Today we're covering the Rollingwood and Westlake Hills part of Austin, and we're going to tell you the good and the bad, the pros and the cons, is it hot or not, so you can decide for yourself if it's the right part of town for you. So stick around to the end. I have 3 off-market properties to show you that are not in the public MLS system. However, they are for sale, and I'm going to tell you all about them at the end of this video. So let's get started. Hi, my name is Nicole Cooper. My team and I get calls and emails from people just like you needing help moving in and around Austin, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move today, tomorrow, or somewhere in between, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Now, what's so cool about Rollingwood and Westlake Hills? Well, first of all, let's just talk about how pretty the terrain is and how close it is to everything downtown Austin. So Rollingwood and Westlake Hills, they are each a little city incorporated of themselves, but they're right together just west of Mopac and south of Lady Bird Lake, or the Colorado River, depending on what you want to call it on which day, because we have multiple names for everything. So that little southwest pocket just below the river, or Lady Bird Lake, is the zip code 78746, and for the most part that's Westlake Hills and Rollingwood. So a little bit of facts and stats before we dive too deeply into the pros is, first of all, the average close price in that part of town is around $2,500,000. In Austin proper, we're around $560,000 this month. It will change. I only am taking the month by month. In addition to the average close price, within the past year, there were 2 lots sold as teardown lots, and they were about 1/3 of an acre, and one sold for $1,700,000 and the other sold for $1,800,000. So you can get an idea of what people and developers or even individuals are paying just for the dirt so that they can build a large home on it that's so close to town and convenient to everything Austin. In addition to those closed prices, let's compare the median incomes. So for an Austin 4-person family, the median income is around $122,000. For the Rollingwood and Westlake areas of town, the median income is about $100,000 more at $220,000 per family. Now let's get back to that pro number 1, that rolling terrain, the beautiful topography there. You have some houses that are actually on the water. You're going to have a lot of houses that have downtown views. You're between Mopac and 360. So what that means is you can commute pretty much to any business center of town from the middle. So if you have to go up towards the north part of town to the tech center up near the Domain, it's a straight shot up Mopac or 360. If you need to go down south to the more industrial areas, or if you're going downtown to the financial areas, then you just have an easy commute. So a lot of people love it for just that factor. If you have 2 people working in different parts of town, you're right in the middle. Now, if the other part is you're right near the parks and trails of Lady Bird Lake, and so the northern portion of that section, we'll show you here on the map, it fronts the lake, and then the eastern portion just across Mopac is the Zilker Park. Zilker Park is one of our treasures here in Austin. You'll see on the weekends people out there playing ultimate frisbee, soccer, volleyball, running their dogs, getting some exercise, doing boot camps. It's a large, sprawling park that everybody in town uses, and it's also the home of Austin City Limits Music Festival. So you'll see that kind of puts a pin on the map, and it's walkable to some of the sections of Rollingwood. So that's another reason why Rollingwood gets a premium, because it's just so convenient to things, nature and outdoor parks. The second pro of Westlake Hills and Rollingwood is that they're their own cities. They each incorporated separately back in the 1950s. And what does that mean? Well, that means they get to kind of make their own rules. So within those rules, they actually have lower tax rates. Who knew, right? They have their own EMS, fire, trash. Trash gets picked up twice a week. In the city of Austin, that's only once a week. So that's a perk for living in Westlake Hills and Rollingwood, is that they have their own ability to make their own laws and rules, and they generally make them in their own favor. And on that tax rate, just to give you some numbers, in Westlake Hills and Rollingwood, on average, it's about 1.75%, and in the greater Austin area, it's about 2.3%. So you can see how that's quite a big savings. The third pro about living in Westlake Hills and Rollingwood are the schools. It all feeds into Eanes ISD, which is Westlake High School, Bridgepoint Elementary, and the Hill Country Middle School. These schools are ranked some of the highest in the entire state of Texas, and they are definitely number one, and these communities are voted number one and number two out of the best public schools out of 708 in the state of Texas. Not only do these schools rank high in their grades and the texasschools.gov, they also have really great programs across the board, whether you're looking to play football, the trumpet, the band, play in the theater at school, science projects. They have kind of the top of the line facilities for all the students, and that's why you'll find a lot of people just doing whatever they can to move into the system that will feed their children into this Eanes ISD. It's also why the properties that are in Eanes ISD bring a premium. The fourth pro about living in Westlake Hills and Rollingwood is just this kind of pristine luxury lifestyle. You have these large lots with these old oak trees. It's been around for a long time. It has a lot of charm and character, and everybody there kind of has the same vibe for most part. So you're gonna have a community feel, and people have a real sense of pride for living in that part of town. What's not so hot? Well, the first thing, it's the price, the cost of living. So I've already mentioned that the closed average sale price is $2.5 million. Now, and so just think about all the ancillary things off of that. When you have a contractor come and make bids when you live in that part of town, they kind of add a little bit to it just because they know you can afford it, or they at least assume you can afford it. The price of food, medical, everything is just a little bit higher because the cost of homes are higher, so everyone just assumes that they can get a little bit more for the bread or for the restaurant or for their paint job, and generally speaking, they do. So keep this in mind. You're not only paying a little bit more for the house, you're paying a little bit more for everything right around you. The second con, it kind of relates back to the schools. Now, while the school system is fantastic, it can create a lot of pressure on kids who are good but not elite. So, there's a lot of competition for the best grades, the best sports, the best art, and really only the elite will stand out at such a prestigious school that's so large. So keep in mind that kids may feel that extra bit of pressure and while they're going through that school system, but in the end, when they come out on the other side, they'll probably be much better prepared for college than not being in Eanes. So it can go either way there on the school system. And the third con is there's really no public transportation to speak of. You can check out the map here. So you can see how really the only stop in this part of town is at the Barton Creek Mall. So you're going to have a car in this part of town. I mean, Austin is a car-centric city anyway, but you do want to know, or you do need to realize that there is no public transportation that'll get you into town or to any other part of town to speak of. Now, what I'm going to show you now are some off-market properties. They're kind of secret properties, but if you want to see them, I can get you in there anytime. So let's dive into the computer, and I'm going to show you 3 properties from different ages. We've got one from 1984, one from 2016, and one new construction, so you can kind of compare the prices and see what you can get for what type of money. Here we go. So here's our first listing. It's listed with Will Stakely in the Den Property Group. It's 3,273 square feet. It's just under an acre at 0.73 acres, and it was built in 1984. This is a remodel, and it's listed for $3 million. So look at this price, or picture here. You can kind of see the older design, and here is the remodel on the inside. Many of the homes in the Westlake and Rollingwood area have been remodeled because they were built in the 80s. So our next one here is listed with Kevin Burns at Urban Space. It's a bit bigger at 5,707 square feet, built in 2016, so quite a bit newer. It's listed for $6,990,000. If we look at the pictures here, you can see this design and finish out from 2016. Beautiful wood beam ceilings, outdoor fireplace, swimming pool, and hot tub. And then finally, I'm going to show you our new construction. This one is 5,100 square feet, just over an acre lot. It is mid-century modern new construction, listed by Kumara Wilcoxon with Cooper Sotheby's. It's over on Redbud Trail. Check out the beautiful lines on this property. This is very typical of modern design, where the glass walls where you can basically see straight through from the front through to the back. Negative edge pool, of course, and wonderful property there. And that one is listed for $8,750,000. These properties are all available for sale at the moment. If one of these resonates with you and you want to see it in person, just let us know. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'll get you in there to see if it's the magic property that fits you. So to wrap up the Westlake Hills and Rollingwood's pros and cons, it's a beautiful part of town with an easy commute mostly anywhere, super close to downtown. The schools are great, you've got a luxury lifestyle, and they're their own city, so they can make their own rules. What's not so hot? Well, you know, it's expensive and there's no public transportation, and it can be a little bit competitive in the schools. So you tell me, what do you think? Is this part of town hot or not? Comment below. I personally answer all the comments and would love to hear your thoughts on this part of town. So if you'd like to see something in person, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always available to help you find a home that matches your lifestyle. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.